First of all, I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. Now listen, we need everybody to do something for us. If you really like what you see on Tales from the Jails, you're really interested in what you see on Tales from the Jails, we need you to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. Subscribe as well, but also become a member. That way you can get updated on all the new content as we continue to bring you these amazing episodes. So we want everyone to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
As y'all heard him, go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. We got an array of content that's coming out that you will be thoroughly entertained by. As you can see by the content that's previously been released, you're entertained by. It's only gonna get better. I'm telling you, there is only up to go. And we wanna thank y'all for rocking with us, man, and listening to the awareness that we're bringing about prison life. So go to where again, bro?
Go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
YouTube at Tales from the Jails, and please become a member.
This is Tales from the Jails, and this is not just a regular interview for me. This is an interview where this is somebody that I knew all my life. This is my brother. This is somebody who was going through an oppression, someone who's been falsely accused, someone who has a family out here and has a lot of people who are supporting him and want him to come home. So we want to get his story out there to the masses and get out there to everyone who's been following Tales from the Jails, anyone who understands that the importance of giving people their freedom. As we see, there's some guys who just came home recently because they were falsely accused. And now my guy here, Lamar, Lade Ogelsby, my guy, he's in the same situation. So we're going to kind of get into his story. So, Lade, we could start by just telling people where you're from.
No, I'm from West Philly. My whole life, man. Born and raised, man. Like you said, we come from the sandbox together, man.
Mm-hmm.
A 30+ year relationship. That's showing our age too, though. But
Yeah.
but alhamdulillah, man. Yeah, I'm from West Philly.
So coming up in West Philly, man, we understand, I know I speak about it a lot on the podcast, and coming from the area of West Philly, not only like West Philly, North Philly, South Philly, or Philadelphia alone, describe your upbringing and how was it for you? Was it, because people want to get an idea of how you were brought up and things of that nature.
So I come from a single parent household. My father was around. He did, but him and my mom was separated, man. But being raised in West Philly, and from the 80s to the 90s and stuff, man. My mom working 2, 3 jobs. Me and my brother, we had to try to figure it out, man. It was a little hard growing up, man. But it made us strong men today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely been rough, being raised and from the bottom. You know,
Okay.
that's really it, though, man.
So yeah, I remember times, man. I remember, kids coming up, the houses, we over there, we had Kelly's pool and doing all these different things. And then, we get older, and then we, sometimes we make some wrong decisions in our life, and come sometimes can be a product of our environment. But with that doesn't always mean that a person, just because we come up in a rough area, that we are evil individuals, or that we commit certain crime and certain acts that they try to place on us because of certain things. It may be, someone may think that you have stature as far as you may be getting some type of money, you may have some type of popularity, whatever it may be. And then people want to target you and put things on your plate and say that you did certain things. So let's get to your situation, the case that you have been charged with, and found guilty of, and now serving a life sentence, correct?
Correct.
Now,
Correct. So
go ahead.
go ahead.
No. So what I was going to say was, so if we can kind of start about how everything happened, what was going on. Well, I'll ask you this: when did you know that you was actually on a run for this case, and whatever it may have been? First, I'm sorry. Before you answer that, what was the actual charges that you've been charged with?
They charged me with murder of a person named Robert Rose.
Okay.
Um, and this was a person that actually he bought a car from me. I remember like it was yesterday. He bought a 2004 Bonneville from me because during this time I was selling cars back in like '04, '05, really, yeah, like '04, '05.
Mm-hmm.
Probably from like '04 to like '07, I was selling cars before I got into real estate. And he actually got murdered from down my grandma's way. He got murdered, and then a person got arrested after he was locked up for a bunch of what they call Hobb Act robberies. Like whereas he was robbing Chinese store owners,
Mm-hmm.
take following them from their place of business to their homes, tying them up and everything. Not only was he doing that, he was going to colleges, robbing college students. Even one case, they said he tied her up and raped her with a dildo. And then he was in at 35 to life.
Mm.
And they said, "Oh, I know about a murder. It's this guy that's doing very good for himself, this young guy, doing very good for himself. I seen him commit a murder."
Mm.
And this is what I'm in jail for today.
Mm.
After he get himself in trouble, he said, "Oh, I know about a murder. I'm trying to help myself." He just was saying anything possible. And anybody, you know me. I'm not the person that would try to harm nobody. I never harmed nobody. I never robbed nobody in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
But just because I'm from the bottom, from the inner city where it's hard at, and I was doing good for myself, people assume that, oh, I'm a drug dealer. I'm this, that, and the third. But this is not my MO, and everybody that know me know that's not my MO. To murder somebody, that's the worst crime ever.
Yeah.
And
So.
then they try to say but this is the bad part about it though.
Mm-hmm.
They said I sold him a car that his transmission didn't work, and I didn't want to give him his money back, so I killed him. Does that make sense? The transmission is $300.
Mm-hmm.
$300 for a transmission. I could have went right to the junkyard on 61st Street and got a transmission and replaced it for him if that was the problem.
For sure.
It's that simple. $300. I'm gonna kill some. Like,
Yeah.
stop.
So now, with this individual who was committing these acts, who was like you said, was going robbing these people and and committing these heinous acts on individuals. Where is this individual now who told on this or made this false allegation against you?
He got arrested in 2009 for
Mm-hmm.
these robberies and was looking at 35 to life. Today he's home with his family.
Mm.
Today he's home with his family. While I'm in jail with a life sentence, missing my family. My kids is grown old without me because of this guy. And then this another thing happened. His name is Troy Hill. I'm gonna speak to you by name because you can look my case up and you will see it.
Mm.
You will look up Lamar Ogelsby and you will see that Troy Hill, Khalif Hill. Khalif Hill said that at the end of the day that he was lying. He told the truth. He said I lied. My cousin said that this is what happened, and I just repeated what my cousin said. Right
Mm-hmm.
after he got arrested for narcotics, serving a narcotic officer, getting caught with an ounce of crack cocaine, and had all his counterfeit money and counterfeit drugs and stuff on him. And he said, okay. And at this time, he's on parole for attempted murder, aggravated assault.
Mm-hmm.
So we know if he's about to go to jail, spend some time.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, "Oh, I know about a murder." And this is in 2010. He said, "I know about a murder. Help me out. I know this guy named Kool-Aid, this guy that's doing good for himself, that bothers nobody. He did a murder. Help me out."
Mm.
So the cop said, "Okay, give us this statement, and we're not going to charge you for all these crimes you just did, you just committed."
Mm.
He made a statement against me, and they let him go. He made a statement against me and my co-defendant Michael Gibbons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, now they still don't charge us yet. It's in 2012. 2012 come as a guy named Sean Harris. They said that he's a guy that he actually passed away. They said he OD'd. He's a drug addict. They gave him $20,000 to say it's me. $20,000.
Who gave him this money?
The detective from a Mayor Nutter fund, reward money fund thing.
Mm.
They gave him $20,000. Mind you, during this time, I don't know none of these things at trial. I'm at trial blind. I get on the stand and testify. My trial said, "Y'all have the wrong person. I did not commit this crime."
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, for this case, when did you know that you was actually on a run? Like, what happened to notify you that the police were looking for you?
So at this time, I'm in California.
Mm-hmm.
Living, doing what I'm supposed to do, man. Trying to invest. In 2012, I want to say February 2012, I get a phone call from my grandpa say, "The cops just came here and said you're wanted for murder." I said, "Wanted for murder?"
Mm.
Yeah, so my life literally changed overnight. Mind you, the crime happened in 2006.
Mm.
6 years later, throughout the process, that's why I said these three people coming after they getting arrested. Everybody getting arrested and say, "Oh, I know about a murder," and that's one of the biggest loopholes in the criminal justice system. These guys, and I'm gonna call them rats, even though they framing me for this. I'm gonna call them a rat. Because rats is people that tell on things. My definition, tell on things that they think that can help them out and things that they know.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a situation right here. You just a cold frame job. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on this young guy. Mind you, I'm younger than all of them.
Exactly.
These guys is like 40, like they in their late 40s and 50s. So why not tell on a guy that's harmless, that's not gonna do nothing? Because if I was this killer, right, that everybody say I am,
Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna say I did anything.
For
They
sure.
saying it's because I'm a person that's doing good for myself, and that's what it is, man. But
Mm.
that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
So, at the time, what was you living in California? You just out there just doing business, or
Yeah, I was doing business. A friend of mine, he's an actor. You might remember Lionel. They used to cut my hair.
yeah, Spider, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was out there doing comedy shows and all that, and they need somebody to stand behind him to invest in him.
Mm-hmm.
So we was doing party promoting and all that kind of stuff. So I was out there with him trying to figure it out, trying to get a different way for my children, man. And
Mm-hmm.
so I wasn't technically living out there, but that was the goal. If things would have pushed forward though.
Okay, so you come back to Philadelphia, and did you turn yourself in, or did they? What happened? How did they? How did the police catch up to you?
So in the midst of this, I'm like, I don't know what to do. The
Hmm.
lawyer is saying like, come turn yourself in. I'm saying, listen, but can I finish? Can I finish these other events first? They said, listen, I can't. As an attorney, I have to tell you to turn yourself in.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you're your own man. So I
Yeah.
said, listen, let me finish these events first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna come turn myself in. And during the midst of this time, the cops see me and they say you're wanted for murder. And I say, you're right, I am. And let's get this over with.
Mm.
Because it was not saying your family and stuff is a bad thing. So it was like a month later after they issued for my arrest.
Wow. And now you come back. I'm assuming they had to transport you back from California all the way back to Philadelphia.
Right. They had me in LA County for like a month and a half. That's jail.
Mm.
Now that's jail.
Wow.
That was a rough stop.
So this was
Because they
so.
drove me
Go ahead.
from California all the way to Philadelphia. It took them 12 days. I probably stopped at every county jail in the United States.
Mm. So
Yeah,
this is
rough.
so this is ladies and gentlemen, this is the oppression that happens. So you haven't committed a crime, or you just accused of committing a crime, and they arrest you, bring you from California through to a 12, you said 12 days, stop you at different prisons along the way, then to get to your city where you're from, and then they ultimately put you in a position where there was more oppression because now they have you locked into the county system. And what county jail was you at in Philadelphia?
I was at CFCF.
Mm. And
Yeah,
how
first
long
thing
were
they
you there?
did before trial, 15 months
Mm.
before trial. Yeah, and being a CFCF is a rough stop. You like on one pod, and you got like a side yard to get some air, and it's like a concrete brick walls, and it's like you see like a little bit of the sky.
Mm.
It's bad.
Mm.
It's very bad, man.
Now
Very
these
bad.
now these are the harsh realities of prison. Now some people deserve to be in prison, but we do have people like Lamar Ogelsby who actually really is innocent and doesn't deserve to be in prison, but he has to go through these harsh conditions, be with his family, go through all these different things, and then go to trial after serving 15 months in the county. Now, what was your mind state knowing the case and the allegations that were set against you? What was your mind state going into trial?
So I had the attorneys Dennis Colgan and Anthony Petrone.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Petrone, he actually used to come see me every week because he said he understands just coming to see me and pull me off that pod, that unit,
Mm-hmm.
which is a breath of fresh air for a while. And he said just sit and come talk to me. So, but my mindset talking to him, he said that homicide is one of the hardest cases to beat. He said even though no jury should believe these guys,
Mm-hmm.
he said these is the wicked of the wicked. people. Like they said, these are very bad people.
Mm.
No jury should believe these guys. And you're a guy. You're out there. You have businesses. You take care of your family. You're a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put you on the stand, tell what happened, where you was at that night, and you should get the acquittal. But we can't guarantee you anything. And he said this is a winner take all case. I'm like, what is a winner take all? He said you either get a life sentence or you go home. I said that's it.
Mm.
Yeah. So this was like my anxiety was through the roof. Um, and it just was like it's bad when you fighting for your life for something you didn't do. And you can't get up while you're at trial and say y'all lying. So
Mm.
you have to literally talk through your lawyers to the judge to the it just like, and then while the 14 jurors just staring at you, it's bad.
Now you sitting there, and you like you said, the trial has started. Now, what was these witnesses or individuals who said that you did a crime that you didn't do? Were they incarcerated at the time? Were they on the street?
So so the guy in the federal prison, Troy Hill,
Mm-hmm.
he comes in from a federal prison. They shipped him in from one of the federal prisons. They all over the United States. They flew him in.
Mm-hmm.
He came and testified. The other guy, his cousin Khalif Hill, he was like, I'm not getting on the stand lying.
Mm.
So they locked him up. So what they do now is with that person Khalif Hill, they lock him up to say he was scared to come testify because his family and friends is there. So when he with the police, he's telling the truth, but when he in front of the family, he's lying. So
Mm.
that's the gift and the curse with that. He gets up there and say, "Yo, I lied.
Mm.
I shouldn't have said that when got arrested back in 2010." So the DA said, "Well, he's scared. This is what you said when you was with the detectives when you were safe."
Mm.
So the jurors look at it like, "Oh, they're gonna take that for the truth of the matter when it's a bad thing."
Wow.
And then the other guy, he said, "Oh, I know Kool-Aid. He's this guy with all his money. I'm scared."
Mm.
So they had him in witness protection. The whole time this guy is homeless, have nowhere to stay. He's using the system.
Mm.
He's using the system so he can get a place to stay, money every week, a food on the table. They beat the system. While
Wow.
a guy like me, that's 6 o'clock,
Paying
no
taxes.
dirt on my name, paying taxes,
Yeah.
solid guy,
Mm-hmm.
take care of my family. I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a friend,
Mm.
I'm a business owner. You sit me down and give me a life sentence. Why these guys? You let these guys? That's
Yeah. It's crazy.
it's just
Now let me ask you this: going during the trial, was it anything that you found that to be unfair or to be biased by either the judge or the DA, or was it something that they were just focusing on? What was? Did you find anything that you thought was unfair about the actual trial?
yes. So the DA on my case named Andrew Norris Stefano.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's known to withhold evidence in cases. So during the trial, I didn't know these things. Mind you, I'm ignorant to the fact. I never was charged for no murder. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting there, I'm thinking like, okay, I have an attorney. There's nothing for me to do. I don't know nothing. So come to find out, what I know now is that the DA start lying. And this is one bad thing, and I'm gonna highlight this. The judge, when the DA talked, the judge was writing notes down, shaking the head, like, yeah, right. And when my lawyer would get up and talk, she would act like she's falling asleep. Like basically, like my lawyer was making her bored or putting her to sleep. And I'm looking at the jury, look at her. She basically like swaying the jury to not believe my attorney.
Mm.
She was falling asleep when my attorney was talking.
Wow.
And when the DA talked, she was like, yes, and writing everything down, like, yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
And it was so bad. And when I testified, he accused me of another murder. And he said, it's word on the streets. And she said, I believe him. And that's not even,
Who
the
said this? The
DA,
judge?
yes, she said, I believe him. He had evidence. So my lawyer said, what is the evidence to my word on the streets? I heard this from Troy Hill. And all this, it's bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. And to the point whereas even when the jury came out with a guilty verdict, the jurors was crying. Like, why was y'all crying?
Mm.
They was deliberating for 4 days. For 4 days on my case. 4 days.
Mhm.
So, like, what takes so long for deliberation if you have a guilty person? So I know it's more to my case. And this same DA, when Larry Krasner took office, fired him immediately. Say he's known for withholding evidence and dubious convictions.
Mm.
This is bad. This is bad. And I think the victim family really need to know the truth of the matter. That y'all have the wrong people. You have the wrong people in jail. The DA that was on the case is known for corruption. They
Mm.
need to know that.
Let me ask you this. So now the judge, right? The judge, you said the judge was being really, really biased. Um, have you ever had any help in actually pointing that fact out, or pointing that, or stating your case, as to the acts or the order or what was going on with the judge?
So when you have a trial judge, anytime you bring new issues, you must present it in front of her first.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout my post conviction, after I've been convicted, I have to bring everything in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
And she denied every single thing I brought in front of her. I brought it in front of her like, hey, at trial that got Khalif Hill, he got arrested for drugs for serving a narcotic officer. They didn't tell me. She said, okay, well, I still think it was wrong, but I still think he had a fair trial. I said, hey, that guy, Troy Hill, he said when he made this statement, he was sentenced already. He was not sentenced already when he made the statement. It was biased. It was biased. The guy, Sean Harris, he received 20,000. We didn't notice that trial. I didn't receive a fair trial. She still was saying you received a fair trial.
Mm.
Deny, 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 deny.
Let me ask you this.
She
Go ahead. Go ahead.
she's retired now.
Mm.
She's retired now. She's known. Her name Barbara McDermott. She just retired. They said she had stage 4 cancer. She just retired, but she's known for denying people, and also when the juvenile lifer thing came down, the DA office and the attorneys will have a deal. Like say they're like, okay, I'm gonna give you 25 to life. She was saying no, I'm giving you 30 to life or 35 to life. She was putting more time on the actual sentence than what the DA was posing.
Mm.
She's known for being harsh on black and brown.
Mm.
This is known.
I was going to get to that. Now, I'm assuming she's been in these excuse me, been in multiple murder trials, and she, like you said, she's showed that she's possibly discriminating against people of the African American race, and giving them more time, more she's sentencing them in harsher conditions. Now, was this ever evident? Were you ever able to compare cases to yours and present them
Yes,
to?
it's known amongst the I should say the lawyers and stuff like that. To the layman,
Mm-hmm.
to the communities, is not really known. But it's known. So before she became a judge, she was a defense attorney,
Mm-hmm.
and she was doing people appeals and murder trials and stuff like that. So when people would get convicted, they will appoint her. She was the court appointed. They will appoint her to the cases, and she was filing something called a Finley letter,
Mm-hmm.
saying that people appeals have no merit. So
Mm.
they were saying that she filed more no merit letters than majority of the appellate attorneys.
Mm.
So with all these people cases, none of these cases, you keep filing no merits. She would take the case, oh, you have no merit. So when a lawyer, appeal lawyer, takes your case and say that you have no merit,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually shutting the door on you. Even like putting up 10 locks on the door. Because if you go in front of the judge, like, hey, judge, my lawyer didn't come see me. She don't really know nothing about my case.
Mm-hmm.
How can she file a no merit letter? But the judge, like, listen, she's the professional. I'm believing her. So it's actually articles out on her for filing no merit letters when she was a defense attorney,
Wow.
closing the door on people on appeals with life sentences, the likes of that.
Mm. Now, I want to get to the verdict. This took them 4 days to come up with the actual verdict, or whatever case may be. Um, what was going through your mind while you was waiting for them to make the actual, decision on your life?
It was like, so one of the things um that that really crushed me is that I started trial June 10th. I promised my son that I was gonna take him to see Superman
Mm,
on the 18th. Because my lawyer's been saying that the case is promising that I should be home. So I promised my son, Superman just came out. I promised my son that we was gonna go see Superman. So I was like, I cannot break my promise to my son.
mm,
So I just praying, asking Allah to, do that which is best for me. Give me well being, he's the best of planners.
mm-hmm,
But I did not want to break my promise to my son. Um, about this, and I lost my case when they came with the verdict guilty. I called my son the next day. He said, Dad, I thought you was taking me to go see Superman.
mm,
That brought me to tears, and it's about to almost bring me to tears now, because my son remembered this, and for me to let my son down after I gave him a promise is a bad thing for a father, for a man. It's
mm,
like you're not keeping your word as a man. And that was what going through my head. Like I have to be there for my children, and I left my children mothers out there to fend for themselves. And I'm like, I can't.
mm,
It's it's very, very hard. And when you a black person that's being successful from the inner city, from the bottom, and they're trying to, the Caucasian people trying to stack the deck on you. So you make sure that you stay in jail for the rest of your life. Because in my humble opinion, that they really don't care who did it. It's like a game to them. Like, oh, I'm going against Dennis Kogan and Anthony Petrone. He's one of the best attorneys. I want to be him by all means necessary. They have a mentality of win by all costs mentality,
mm.
and they don't really care who did it. Because
As
like
long as they
even
get a
throughout my
conviction.
appeals, yeah, as long as they get a conviction, throughout my appeals, they still have not confessed to their errors. But like, okay, yes. So like one of the issues now is that we found so many lies that the DA said throughout my trial, misleading the jury. They did not say what they're saying is, oh, it was a mistake. It was the slip of a tongue. Other than saying, we have to fix this. We represent the Commonwealth. This guy have a constitutional rights.
Mm-hmm,
They're not saying that. They're saying it was a mistake. It was a slip of the tongue. Keep him in jail. Keep him away from his family. It's
mm.
a bad.
Now you spoke about your son, and you have a son, and you have what, two daughters, right?
Yes.
How has this your time in jail? How has it affected them serving a life sentence? What some of the difficulties you faced as a father, and what some of the things that they explained to you of their difficulties they faced by you being incarcerated?
Um, it's hard. So one of the things is when you try to discipline your children from jail, or you're in opposition or something that they want to do, they will say, Dad, you haven't been here.
Mm,
You don't really know. You're not here.
mm.
So it's like, but they doing well. I want to
Alhamdulillah.
say, yeah, they doing well. Um, my son is in college. He's actually about to be a junior. He's going to Coppin State. He's playing college football. He's staying out the way. He's not selling drugs. He's not in the streets. He's a great kid.
Alhamdulillah.
And then my oldest daughter, she's on a pursuit to be a doctor.
Mm,
She actually was in high school last year. She actually want to graduate in a few weeks from
mm-hmm,
high school, but she was taking college classes while she's in the high school.
mm-hmm,
So she's going to go to college, being in her second year already, actually from her first year. So she's on her way to be a doctor. My
mm,
youngest daughter, she plays lacrosse. She getting so many offers from D1 schools and stuff like that. And I tell them, I'm proud of them.
alhamdulillah.
Y'all doing all this without your father. Y'all doing all this without your father. It's just that when I try to discipline them or tell them, like, hey, you're wrong. Don't make the mistake. I made those mistakes for you. Don't do that, whatever. They're like, but Dad, you're not here.
Mm,
So that'd be the only hardship that I have. And mainly my son. He's my oldest child. I tell him, you're doing good. He's like, Dad, I'm at a small HBCU. I said, do you know the odds for you was to be in jail because your father's in jail?
mm,
You beating them odds.
mm.
I said, you're beating them odds. Keep doing what you're doing.
Wow.
Keep doing what you're doing. You
Mm.
know?
So, outside of your children, you have your loved ones. You have, of course, you have, most importantly, your mother, and you have your father. How has your time in prison? How has that affected your parents?
Oh, I want to salute my mother. I don't think I would have been able because I've been incarcerated for 14 years now.
Mm-hmm.
If she didn't give me my survivor kit, you know how tough my mom is.
Yeah.
You know how
Shout out to
tough
Miss
she is.
Jackie.
Yeah. I want to shout her out, man. Without her giving me the survivor kit on how to survive, how to take care of myself, I wouldn't be able to survive
Mm,
in this situation. So I'm literally using every tool that she taught me growing up
mm,
to survive in jail. And my father, he don't miss a phone call. He don't miss a court date. He don't miss anything pertaining to me
mm,
or my children.
wow.
So I want to salute them, man. Yeah, my dad, he's always available. That's like my best friend. That's my guy, man. And I with them, I feel good. Like literally, like right now, like my youngest daughter actually live with my father.
Mm,
He don't miss a football game for my son. I don't care if it's in Virginia, D.C., Atlanta. He's there.
shout
He's
out.
there. And I want to thank them, man. And the good thing, my mom recently took Shahada, man,
Oh,
in
alhamdulillah.
January, man. Yeah, my mom turned Muslim, man. So that's
Oh,
the good thing.
so
Yeah, that's the
Dag. So how? So that's a big thing too. I don't want to go off topic, but that's a big thing of trying to, get our parents to to believe in the truth, what we believe in, and you got it done, man. That's the major, man. Alhamdulillah.
yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah,
Now
yeah, make me feel
now
better.
you got a sibling, man. You got multiple siblings, I believe, but most notably, I'm closer to JB, and JB just recently went through some difficult times with his health. How was that for you, being in jail and your brother going through what he's going through, and you can't really be there, because we all tight knit and we always been around each other, and then me knowing you and him and y'all being close, and he went through that. How was that for you and not being able to be out here for him?
It was hard. So he was dealing with this stuff when COVID came. COVID hit him hard because he got heart disease.
Mm-hmm.
COVID hit him hard. He was on a ventilator, and I actually, had to take calls, and I was actually talking to the doctors and stuff from jail,
Mm-hmm.
because they said, things are getting worse for him. He probably won't make it through the night.
Wow.
And I was trying to, keep my mom strong, his wife strong, and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn. And he has a son. I'm like, how if he passed away? How I'm in jail? How I'm gonna help my nephew?
Mm.
And my brother, one of the strongest guys I met, he actually pulled through. Alhamdulillah, he
Alhamdulillah.
pulled through.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, then he had a major heart surgery. Whereas like now he have to walk around with like a tube and like this battery pack to help his heart pump.
Mm.
And he pushing through, man. He's a strong guy, man. He pushing through, man, and he's there for. I told him since I'm there, I'm here. My kids is his kids now. He's not an uncle. He's like a father.
Mm.
And he don't miss a beat neither. He don't miss a beat neither. He be in and out of the hospital, but when he's out, he's there for them.
Shout out to
You
JB.
know, yeah, he's a strong guy. He's in the gym. He's fighting.
Yeah.
So that's why I think my mom is strong because she got one son in jail for a life sentence. That's something he didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
She have another son with a heart failure that's fighting for his life, and she's standing tall and she's supportive for both of us. So it's like I guarantee he would say the same. He will echo what I just said. That she gave us the survival kit, man. How to be strong, how to be men at a young age, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how we was growing up. We was on our own. We had to figure it out. We was working. We had to do what we had to do growing up. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
We come from hard times, man, and a lot of people won't know that, man. And they just think what they see. Oh man, no, we work hard for everything we have today.
Exactly. So let me get to this now. I know I just want to get back to because I want to explain to the people out here who are listening and watching because people don't really understand the harsh conditions of prison, right? You
Right.
you were shipped out. What was the furthest prison that you've been to in the state system?
As soon as the first jail they sent me to was Forest, SCF Forest. It was like 6 hours away. 6 hours away, man. That's one of the farthest jails from Philadelphia. And it's like a gang jail. Like they sent me to like one of the worst jails. I want to say at least like half the population is convicted of murder.
Mm,
Yeah, this is like a punishment jail. Like when you do something, when you close, like at SCI Phoenix where I'm at today, if you
mm-hmm.
get in trouble, they would send you to that jail. It was like a punishment jail. But that was my first jail. It was a bad experience, man. Having my family drive all those hours. Um, It was it's a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
A lot of times people don't understand that, like when you are incarcerated and they ship you out to these far locations and your family gotta prepare to come and see you. It's like almost it's just a daunting task where it's like they gotta get ready in the beginning of the week and get prepared to drive or travel these long distances only to see their family for a few hours. And you, as someone who's falsely accused or incarcerated, you got to watch your family walk out the door after sitting with you after not seeing them for so many sometimes years and months or days. How was that for you to see your family just walk away from you after a visit when you can't walk out the door with them?
It's actually like knowing that they have to drive 5 to 6 hours more after they just drove 5 hours. They have to leave. The visit started at 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock. So they have to leave like three in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning. Drive all these hours, and then be on the visit with you for some hours. Feed you, make sure you eat food. Cause they there for you. They make sure we eat, make sure we, and then they got to drive another 5 or 6 hours back. Actually, it's scary. Um, so I be kind of throwing then if they was to leave at 4 o'clock, and I have to lock in at 8 o'clock. It's not even home yet. And
I think it's hold on, late. Say it again. Yeah, it's still a little bit of a issue because we have a lot of static here. But I just want to because until they try to fix it, I'm gonna try to give some time. But I'm going to try to explain what I think because you're having a hard time speaking because of the connection. I'm going to say what I think because I know this man. I know this man all my life, and I'm not just saying it just because this is somebody that I love. I'm speaking on that because I do love this guy. This is my brother. But I sit up here, I talk to multiple individuals all the time who have been in prison, who have been in these situations, and they're facing. It's just like once you get convicted, it's an uphill battle. You got to fight an appeal. You got to get this appeal done. You got to get this done. You got to have as they say, legs out here for people to want to help you. You got to try to maintain and talk to your family and have all these things in place. And if you don't have that, people quit and give up. Everybody don't have a fight in them to try to make it home because it's so difficult. But Lamar Ogelsby, this guy is fighting for his life. We need people out here to come in and support this guy and help get him home to his family. Whoever it is that that's watching this video, that can share this video, that can get this to someone who can help him get home because everybody that's in prison is not guilty. Now, there are some guilty individuals who are in prison, but this guy is innocent. So if this guy is innocent, and we all understand the difficulties of people who are incarcerated, because everybody a lot of times has loved ones that are incarcerated, how difficult is it for an innocent man to be in there? It's an innocent man who has kids, family out here who wants him to be home, who needs him to be home, and he's sitting in prison, serving a life sentence. So for you, like, if you could talk, I don't know if it's fixed now, but if you could speak a little bit about the uphill battles of trying to get out after appeal after appeal, and then coming to this point now where you may you face. I'm assuming this is your last appeal, I believe.
yes, correct. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Yes, correct. You actually hit it on the head. Once you get convicted, it's like a 3% chance to get a your conviction overturned.
Mm.
Because they have DAs. Their job is to keep us in. Like I was saying earlier, they don't care who did it. Their job is to they're this the district attorney, assistant district attorney. Their job is to oppose whatever we say. This is one of I'm in. I spent a substantial amount of money on attorneys. Um, it's literally every appeal process takes from 1 to 3 years. I'm on my sixth appeal. My sixth appeal. And right now I'm on my last appeal. I'm in federal court, whereas I'm telling the federal judge that my judge, Barbara McDermott, my district attorney, Andrew North Stefano, and the likes of them violated my constitutional rights.
Mm.
So my recently, I want to say like 3 years ago, the Pennsylvania Innocent Project took my case. They said you're an innocent man. When I read this, I don't know how you're still in jail.
Mm.
But during the course of my appeal process, after because Dennis Kogan is now he's a trial attorney. So when you lose, you want to get an appellate attorney.
Mm-hmm.
So I hired an appellate attorney named Lloyd Long, who was an up and coming lawyer. He was the partner of the now district attorney Larry Krasner.
Mm-hmm.
I hired him, Lloyd Long, and not knowing that Larry Krasner was going to try to be a district attorney, years to come. But this is the reason why. So today, my case is now the Commonwealth is represented. The Attorney General office is representing the Commonwealth against my case because they says the conflict of interest because I hired Lloyd Long, Krasner then partner, for my appeal attorney.
Mm.
So now the Innocent Project, all my attorneys now, because I'm also represented by Carl Schwartz. He said if my case was in Krasner office, Krasner would have seen the stuff and he would have let me home. So before Krasner, right after Krasner took office, I still had Lloyd Long. Lloyd Long had a meeting with them, and they said Krasner, since he don't have nothing to do with my case, even when he wasn't a DA, he had nothing to do with my case. His partner did. So he said, what are you going to do to avoid the conflict of interest? He's going to let the supervisor in the law division handle my appeal, and he won't have no hands, no nothing to do with it.
Mm.
So they had a meeting, the law division supervisor with Lloyd Long, and seeing all the wrong that happened. And Lloyd Long said that they said they're going to give me a new trial because they seen what happened to me. They think that I'm innocent, and my constitutional rights was violated by many ways. So then, during this time, I'm in Superior Court.
Mm-hmm.
Superior Court told Larry Krasner to show cause why a conflict of interest does not exist between me and him. He said it may exist because my partner represents him. My old partner, it may exist, but
Mm.
he did not say it does exist. So the Superior Court said, "Well, I'm sending this case to the Attorney General office." Now, when Krasner took office, he fired all these district attorneys who are known for corruption, withholding evidence, dubious convictions, the likes of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who you think hired those people that's fired, that Krasner fired? The Attorney General office.
Mm.
So now I'm going against the same corrupt DAs that's known for corruption when I went to trial. So when I went to trial, I'm going against a corrupt DA.
Mm.
Now on my appeal, I'm going against corrupt DAs.
Mm.
So it's like I have an uphill battle. They're making it even harder because, mind you, the supervisor at Krasner office was conceding and saying, yes, your due process you was violated. They did withheld evidence against you. The DA was lying to
Mm.
the jury, and the jury don't know this. We're going to get you a new trial. But since my case, and now I go to the Attorney General office and ask them, they said no.
Mm.
They said, well, we did withhold evidence against you. We did do these things, but we're not gonna agree with you that says you deserve a new trial. So now I'm fighting. Right now I have somebody named Hugh Burns. He was there when Lynn Abraham was there. Everybody know about Lynn Abraham. They were saying that she put him in and Hugh Burns keep him in. And they're known for corruption. There's so many convictions getting overturned from Lynn Abraham and Hugh Burns and Roger Craig and all them kind of old DAs that had people in jail for decades.
Mm.
I'm still going against them today. I'm still going against the corrupt DAs today. And the crazy part is that NYU Law School did a report back in 2023 stating that all the corruption from 1977 up until Krasner took office, about all these corrupt cases, and how all these people got exonerated when Krasner took office. My case was listed as one of the cases as one of the most corrupt cases from 1977.
Mm.
And if anybody want to fact check, go to NYU Law Report with Philadelphia District Attorney Office. You will see Lamar Ogelsby on page 138 and all the corruption that they did to me at trial. And
Mm.
this is why I really want the victim family to really look into these matters to know that they have the wrong person.
Mm.
It's clear. They have the wrong people. It's clear. It's clear. But this appeal process is so long. I've been fighting my appeal since I got convicted in 2013. It's 2026.
Mm. Wow. Now I want to say something because Larry Krasner, he does, watch a lot of things that we do here at Tales from the Jails. I've been informed that he does watch a lot of things for whatever reason. I'm not sure. I don't know what's the reason why he's watching, because we do have a lot of individuals that have a lot of high profile cases. But so Larry, if you're watching, our social media, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, I need you to really look into this case and really pay attention. I don't know if you guys looking, like I said, looking at our page for negative reasons, but this right here should give you a reason to look at this and try to figure out how we can get this man home. At least get this man an opportunity for another trial. Don't sit up here and scroll past this story or look at this story and say this is another person that's in jail. Just how you watch our page and see what's going on with our page with these young individuals or other individuals that are out here, whatever you guys are doing to get your information. Not saying that our page is where we are providing information to send the individual to jail, but if you're watching this page, or you're watching our page as you guys do, as I know you guys do, this is the opportunity for you to do something that's right. Help this guy, Lamar Ogelsby, help him get another trial so they can come home to his family. You need to take the opportunity right here to do something that's right. And I said you guys are doing things that are wrong. I said you guys are cleaning the streets up, but this is an opportunity to free someone who can be positive in society, someone who can be productive, someone who can create job opportunities, because this is a very smart individual. This guy can come home and do so much because he's very talented, and I know this guy. So therefore, and I'm vouching for this guy to come home and to be a good citizen. So I need you guys, at Larry Krasner, anyone in his office, to take a look at this story and provide opportunity for him to get a new trial so he can come home to his family.